Dawning. Welcome to another episode of Good Dawning with myself, Mr. Floyd, or also known as Josh here. And welcome, guys. Grateful to see all you here, and grateful for another Good Dawning. How are we doing today, guys? I just backed up my sink by putting dead pasta in my garbage disposal, so that's fun. So we got to call the office and get the sink unstuck. So that's always fun. Not really, but. Yeah, so trying to clear out some old pasta sitting in the fridge, and yeah, so backed up my sink. But yeah, so welcome, guys. Grateful to see all of you here, and yeah, it's Friday, right? So Millie, good dawning. Bonnie, safe travels, good dawning. Josh and family, going to meet my family for breakfast. Oh, you are so awesome, fantastic. Yeah, things that. Grateful. I'm grateful that you can do so. How are we doing there, Millie? Good dawning. All right. So let's get situated here. And yeah, today's Good Dawning is 1 minute and 16 seconds. It was weird. Yesterday's Good Dawning, I never posted that picture. That's what I was going to post. Was 83 hours. And it said it was posted 4 days ago, but I just set it up the same day before. Who knows? But yeah, YouTube is fun. Hershey, good dawning. If you missed Hershey yesterday, she did her first of her true crime reads, her new show, and it was split. I got to watch the first half and a few minutes of the second half. But yeah, good stuff, Hershey. Good stuff. So check that out on Hershey, the Shadow Readers channel there. Yeah, so she's, and then of course we go live on Tuesdays. This Tuesday, Hershey may be a little muck and gunky, and because I'll be on a night shift on. Yeah, well, not this. Is it this Tuesday? I think. Yeah, it's going to be a little goofy. I'll explain. I'll send you a message, but we'll figure it out. But yeah, with work. But Garnet, good dawning. All right, so let's see what we've got. Of course, today is Friday, so we work with the clear quartz, set intentions for the weekend. Last week we did the Dream Amethyst, but this week we'll do the Clear Quartz. All right, so we've got the Mind Info Oracle cards as well. Suzette, Sunny Suzette, good dawning. Amanda, good dawning as well. Good, how are we doing, beautiful souls? Amanda, I love this. I feel like I'm excited. An early start. Amanda weekend. I love this. I feel like I'm on an extended early start. There we go. Yeah, let's see. All right, so let's see what Kuan Yin has for us today, and then we'll go from there. But how are we doing, guys? Are we ready for an exciting weekend? What do we got going this weekend? Today, I am supposed to go to like a fall festival, believe it or not, this evening. A fall festival. Also, it's a haunted house. I don't do the haunted house because I don't like to shift off my energies. Although, I mean, if you really go into it with a joking attitude, it's not a big deal. You can do it, and it's not going to shift your energies. And none of these things are really that scary. But yeah. So I may not do the haunted portion of the thing, but the haunted house. But I will hang out by the fire and watch the sky and just kind of chill. So if they're at the haunted house during Truth Wave, then you'll definitely see me tonight. But I won't. I probably, like I didn't last year, go into the haunted house either. It was nice and chill without it, and kind of like that, just kind of being peaceful, but not having anybody manipulating my energies, right? Yeah. So yeah, and then last night was Bonnie Raitt, and I didn't get to hear her, but it was packed to the hizzle at the concert venue at Red Rocks. But yeah, so let's see what we get from Kuan Yin. All right, 3 cuts and a pull, or 2 cuts and a pull. All righty, here's what we got. Here's a card itself, so if you want to ground into Kuan Yin and her divine feminine there. And we keep getting the perfect cards here, because about half the cards, she's topless or naked in some form or fashion. And this one, she is not. So let's flip it around, and it says the Yin Empress. The Yin Empress brings peace, prosperity, and success to her beloved devotees. Your sole purpose includes healing and empowerment of the divine feminine. The Yin expresses herself. You gain power, assistance, and untold blessings in following your soul purpose. You are lifted and supported in your sacred work now. Be at peace. You shall thrive. But you already are the thrive that you're looking for, right? Are you already not thriving? Yeah, sometimes it may not be seen, but as long as you're moving forward, you're in some cases, you are generally thriving, right? So yeah, be at peace. You shall thrive, and that's all I've ever really wanted. Somebody asked me once, "What do you want?" I said, "I just want to thrive." And yeah, I don't know where that one came, but yeah, and that's honestly the case. I just want to be able to choice, right? That's why a lot of us we just do that. Yeah, let's put the I put the Kuan Yin cards in the box for the Mind Info Oracle cards. But no, a lot of us have never thrived in our universe, right? And in just thriving means that I can go to the grocery store and buy the sirloin or the T-bone over the sirloin without any even thought. Not that I'm buying a steak, but as a vegetarian. But you get the idea, right? If I want to, I'm a pescatarian, so if I want to buy the better cut of fish, right, then and then no lobster. Maybe they just do a study that said lobsters feel pain for like 5 minutes or 4 minutes when they're boiled. I don't know. Typos off the chart. Yeah, got it, exactly. All right, guys. So let's see what we got from the Mind Info Oracle and Amanda's typos there. Yay, Millie! I feel you all in the way over there. Oh, great energy today in the air. Yeah, the energy's fire. But all right, feeling amazing. Absolutely. Ooh, love Bonnie Raitt. Yeah, it was a yeah, we had to save 2 of our parking lots, 2 full parking lots. Not that they were totally full for handicap placards. This is the welcome to the new concerts, right? The new style concerts. But yeah, where everything is. So yeah. Oh, sorry, Jack. But it was fun. All right, so let's see what we get for the Mind Info Oracle cards. Ooh, I misshuffled. Did you ever do that where it like half shuffles and half the deck is like crunched together and you can't get it to fold in, right? All right, let's see what we got here. Hey, Amanda. My nails went sprouted last week. Many typos here, too, when that happens. There you go. All right, let's take the bottom card as y'all smash that love. Oh, thank you. Yeah, please hit the like. If you're new here, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. I do this Monday through Saturday, at least. Saturdays are as long as I'm available. And we go live every Monday through Friday, though, for sure, at this time. And yeah, just watch. We haven't channeled yet either. But all right, so here we go. So it's saying to pause. Push pause button. I don't know what for. You're being asked to pause before making a quick decision or moving forward. There we go. So what decision are you needing to make that you have to hit the pause button on? All right, so let's see what we got here. Abundance. All right, that's always good. But again, don't forget, though, abundance can be anything. So make sure you have to tag something behind the word abundance, or the universe, if you're needing something to learn something, they may give you an abundance of lessons or something. You're being asked to open to abundance, to believe that you are deserving. Yes, we will do that. Believe that you are deserving. And of course, yesterday, guys, if you didn't know or not know, to know, or 2 days ago, actually, to know or not to know, that is the question we just found out. It was Adam's birthday, Adam from the Medium channel. So if you get a chance, slide over there and wish Adam. He shares the same birthday with Jimena. So slide over there on the 25th. And what's today? The 27th already. So yeah, so slide over and send Adam. Today's the 26th. So there we go. So send Adam some G love and special sauce there for his birthday. And yeah, say hi. And leave him a note on his last video there that wish him a happy birthday on the Medium channel there. But all right, we need another card because we pulled the face card. One of the instruction cards, which you never want to pull. There we go. All right, so abundant. So we're being asked to be abundant, right? You are abundant if you see it, but it's time. So here we go. Abundant and it's time. You can't put those two together, right? So it's time. Elizabeth, good dawning. It's time to be abundant, right? So it says that you're being asked to move forward towards the dream that you've been carrying in your heart. I'm still kind of morphing that together here. What if you actually had no dream for 50 years, which was my case, but nothing. I had no dream, no thought, no future plan, no nothing for 50 years. As long as I can survive, that was it. But now we're starting to formulate something here. But yeah, I was locked in the trauma. I didn't have any care as long as I was fed and roofed. I didn't really care. Now that I'm not locked in the trauma, I'm actually starting to formulate something that I might actually want here. But yeah, if you would ask me 10 years ago, what are you looking for? What is it time for you to do? And I would have been like, I have no idea. Flat out. Lightening up, I should say. It's time. Literally been hearing that since December. Awesome, Millie. So lightening up, you've been asked to remember that life doesn't always have to be so serious. We don't have to take all of this so serious as well. A lot of us tend to, take all of this a little bit more seriously in some ways than we need to. We don't need to be all walled off. We don't need to be all. This is so critical that I'm, all of it. It's not as serious. And honestly, if you hold on to this so tight that you're getting rigid within your universe, where you're blocking people out and trying to micromanage your time, and you're missing the entire point. At that point, you're not being. You're trying to micromanage your everything, and this moment I got to be here and I got to do it. No, it's about just being, literally just be in presence and let what come in, but not trying to block out and chase everything down and I got to be in. No. A lot of us are doing that, and it's time to lighten that up and to remember, life doesn't have to be so serious. Just let go a little bit, have some fun, do what you need to do, but allow for some fun, allow for others in your universe, allow for life to be a little more chill, and watch what happens. A lot of us, like I said, are holding that ascension and that whole, I got to do it now, and I got to do this, and I'm going to put everything aside and block and you go away and this and that. No, it's not about that. You're already fighting yourself. You're already fighting the energies, and you're already fighting against your own ascension at that point. When you're starting to block people and chase people and run people and this and run your universe and I got to be in time and clock and I got to do this and I'm not being as spiritual and not. No, you're missing the entire point. You've completely missed every bit of what you were supposed to learn. And so, yeah, it is just about being relaxed and being a human that's being and not trying and chasing and running. Yeah, do what you need to do, but just be. If you know what I've learned is if you just work on your cycling your breath, right? You're not doing anything. If you're just breathing, right? In, out, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's it. Everything else takes care of itself. All I'm doing is breathing while I'm mopping the floor or while I'm doing the laundry or anything else. But what am I doing? I'm breathing. PG, good dawning. I'm breathing. And so, yeah, that is what we're talking about here, guys, is, when we're talking about lightening up and it's time to bring in that abundance, it's all about loosening ourselves up and becoming that light energy of love that we're just being. And it's like, yeah, I'm going to do this, but just in the flow, not trying to hammer down our universe. Like, that's old energy. And a lot of us here I've seen are in that space of wanting to hammer down our universe and block this and toss that and bang, put up this wall. And no, you're just trying to control again, and it's not going to work. I'm learning real quick to just be. And like a leaf in a stream, right, guys? Like a leaf in a stream. Yeah, I got goals. I got things I need to do. I can block out time or whatever to take care of what I need. But it doesn't mean I'm all rigid about this is my space and putting up walls or any of that other stuff that we're hearing. Guys, you're hearing a lot of stuff in the greater collective there about setting boundaries and pushing. Be careful, guys, because here's the deal. A lot of I almost want to call this like recovery, like we're all in recovery from being human, from the human tragedy, that human heaviness, right? But as we step forward, it's about loosening up, not actually putting up more walls, putting up more blocks, putting up more. I got to be more alone. I got to be more blocking people. I got to get this. Yeah, cut the people out of your universe that aren't helping you. Cut those, or even just find a place to put them. We find that all of a sudden that we have this spiritual hierarchy or something, like we're better than, and we got to start booting people out of our universe, or we got to start building up walls, or we've got to start chasing, and no, that's not what it's all about, guys. And a lot of what I'm seeing is missing the point in that aspect. It's of running around and chasing this, that, or the other, but not even really getting anywhere either. But yeah, it's about being and just kind of letting that whole whatever's supposed to flow in. Somebody, you take the call, but we're not. Yeah. A lot of guys and a lot of readings that I'm watching as well are like, just block it all out, put everybody away, as long as you need years even. And I'm like, no, that's not how this works. It's about bringing people in. It's about being more inclusive in your universe, being more loving, but finding that space to make sure you take care of yourself as well. There's a sense in boundaries, but there's also that sense of taking control of your universe, but also not that karmic kind of locking down and that's what I'm seeing a lot of in the greater source field is that kind of the shift is happening in a lot of people, but they're taking that shift and kind of throwing it, running down the street, and instead of just like letting their universe just kind of happen as it is. Boop, PG, boop, beep, bop, and boop. This is a real thing, Josh. Well said. Thank you, PG. I'm glad you're seeing it, because what I'm noticing is people are disappearing, and it's like, wow, well, I'm taking care of my universe. Well, then you're okay, that's cool. And I'm grateful for that. But yeah, people disappear, and other things. And I'm noticing, yeah, it's kind of an interesting deal where some people are loosening. It's like you just become loose into that humanity, like I'm just being, right, and just chill. And then others are getting more rigid, throwing up more walls, and not realizing that they're actually pushing, pulling, and forcing by thinking that they're creating. I'm going to block this and push that away, and no, you're not being. And so, yeah, so keep that in mind, guys. Thank you for Led Zeppelin is one of my favorite bands. Favorite Zeppelin album, 1, 2, 3. Houses of the Holy. But you choose yours. Is it Physical Graffiti, or is it Zeppelin 1 and Zeppelin 2? Yeah, so PJ, yeah, thank you. It's a real thing, and I've seen that. I've seen total friendships just disintegrate, not in front of my eyes. And people I don't know, but I've heard of total friendships disintegrating because I've got to go take care of my spirituality, and so they blocking people. Yeah, and so these things, while it's great that we want to be spiritual, right, and that we want to be, make that change and help, but be careful, guys, because we become the spiritual egos. I think it's do more with not letting your energy be. Absolutely, I can't disagree with that either. But what I'm seeing, and it's not specifically to you, Millie, or anything else. It's a larger thing in the group, in the greater source field that I'm seeing, is that people are misconstruing the whole. I got to put my universe together, and I've seen, and not anybody specifically in this chat, but I have seen otherwise people literally cutting other people. Like, I'm cut out all my friends, and I've literally seen somebody say that. I cut out all my friends so I can handle my universe. So now you're friendless. You cut out everybody in your universe, all of them, so that you can, all your friends, so that you can handle and put your universe together. That's not the point. And so that's what I'm getting at. But yeah, I haven't seen it so much here in our community in any aspect, but it is a real thing. And for those who are watching outside of the live here, keep that in mind, guys. Yeah, this is what's finding that balance in the greater source field is really what it's all about. But yeah, absolutely. And we're nobody here specifically in our chat or anything else. What I'm seeing is in the greater source field in general, we're getting that delineation where it's like, oh, you're not spiritual, you go away. And you're spiritual, okay, I'll talk to you. Oh, then you don't have my brand of spirituality, well, then you go away. That's more what I'm seeing in a lot of ways too, is that people are dancing around each other. So this guy believes this, so he's Vedic, and so but I'm not Vedic, so I won't talk to him. And this guy's this, and I will talk to him. So yeah, Bonnie, enjoy. Have a great dawning, Bonnie. My Bonnie. But yeah, so that's what I'm seeing in the greater source field, and so need to unify more and really realize that we're all humans, just trying to be, and all this blocking of this and that, and we too much control. What I'm seeing here, but. Yeah, it's just learning how to be a human that's being, and yeah, I'm sure that we're going to get a channeling here on that. As a matter of fact, hang on. Who are we looking at here? Archangel Raphael is back again. We are channeling a couple of times here because this is a serious subject. Archangel Raphael wants you to understand that if you are a spiritual being and you are having a spiritual experience, right? And you are awakening to whom you are. Are you understanding, Archangel Raphael channeling through Josh today? Fayu wants you to understand that you are just being, right? You are a human that is being. A lot of the greater source field now, we are seeing a division, right? Where the two us, the new earth, and the old earth, and you are dividing, and you are taking those people in the old earth and putting them away. Maybe you have to deal with them, but you are seeing that they are not in your frame anymore. And that is okay, but what we are looking at here is making sure that nobody here is having spiritual egotism or anything else, right? What we are getting at is, are you finding that balance in your universe where you are being and trying to, because you cannot control your universe per se. You can set up boundaries, you can do lots of things. But in your universe, are you taking all of those who are not spiritual and putting them in a box and sending them off to Timbuktu? No, you are not, right? A lot of you are, though, and that's what we are getting at here. It's finding that balance where you have to walk the line as the spiritual person, but dealing with those who are not spiritual in your universe, right? So when you are walking the line, when you are out in your frame, right, in your universe today, and you are dealing with those who are not spiritual, are you just ignoring them? Are you seeing them? Or are you not seeing them at all? Are you going that I am above them? I am spiritual now, so they can sit in the lower energies and I just want to recognize them. What is the question for yourself? Are you able to see that? Are you doing that for yourself? What we are talking about here as we ascend or step forward, we are not really ascending anywhere. We are clearing our crap, right? So as we step forward into a clean energy, into energies that are not karmic, to energies that are peaceful, into energies that are not full of trauma, right? That is the idea. Then you vibrate up. That is how it works, right? That is your ascension. But when you are walking around and you are seeing those who are not ascending, are you being condescending to those who are not ascending? Are you being loving? Are you being caring to those who are not descending? Because you are that first wave. We were tying this into yesterday, right? And you are the example. Do realize your shirt should say, I am ascending, or I am the spiritual first wave. Say hi, right? You do not have a shirt that says that yet, right? But you might certainly soon, right? Are you an understanding of what your responsibility is? It is not to walk around with a spiritual egotism. It is not to walk around saying that you are better or worse than anybody else. It is to see that you are your own light, and then how do you shine that light, right? That is the point. So if you are creating your universe, that is amazing. That is what you are supposed to be doing as source love, right? You are the source of your universe. So you step forward each and every day and create your universe through that energy of source, right? So if you are creating it, then you are going to find individuals, beings, right, that are not understanding that they are source in your frame. How do you treat them? How do you care for them? And how do you show them love? Whether they think you are absolutely crazy or if they understand that you understand that you are source and they are just beginning to see that. It is up to you, though, to decide how you are being as a human, right? That is the question we are asking of you today. What human do you want to be when you are going out into the greater source field, walking around and seeing those who are not in recovery, which is what we are really going to call this, right? You are recovering from your traumas, healing from your dramas, right? You are not really, like we say, ascending anywhere. You're not going to vibrate off this planet, although you could. There has been a few maybe who have gone poof, right? But nonetheless, you could become a breatharian. There you go. And then you would not have to eat and you could be vibrating at that crazy level. But what we are getting at here is, are you looking down on those, or are you seeing them as equal to you and maybe but for the grace of God, if you can understand that energy, right? So if you are seeing somebody and you are looking down on them at the street, right? And are you going, oh, let's lift them up and sending them love? Are you looking condescendingly? Are you going, grateful that's not me? Or are you saying, but for the grace of God, that could be I, right? Because that is just a mirror of you and a reflection of what you have, maybe an insecurity or something in yourself, right? So what we are getting at, if you are seeing the greater conglomeration here, right, is that we, as the light, are the responsible parties to be that human that's being. Do not try to control, do not try to push, do not try to anger, and do not try to judge anybody else who is not in their space, right? If you are, again, walking down the street and somebody is yelling at you or screaming at you because they are in trauma, right? And a lot of you will trigger other people's traumas, right? A lot of you, because you are healing, the darkness inside of them will be jealous, will be not jealous per se, but get frustrated or angry, and you will see it in people's reactions as you walk by unhealed people. Watch what happens in your universe, right? Your fellow channeler here got cussed out by a driver for no reason just the other day, right? It happens all the time. You are here pulling their dark energies out of their frame. Are you in understanding? That is why you are the energy, you are the light that they need to see in order to trigger the release of their darkness. And so if you are that light for somebody and you taking their brunt, realize, do not see them in a karmic way. See them as unhealed, right? You are seeing them as energy that is not healed. See them as your adult temper tantrum because you don't know where that energy is coming from, right? So if you see somebody throwing an adult temper tantrum in your universe, right? They do not understand where that trauma is what is causing that based off of trauma, right? That is just their reactionary state. So Unless you want to sit there and Sigmund Freud them, and although I wouldn't do Sigmund Freud, unless you want to sit there and Carl Jung them, much better, right? Don't have them tell you about their mother. Have them tell you why they are feeling this way instead, not about their parents, right? We are not trying to drag each and everything out, but if you are the light, right, then we are going to start writing the manual for, so to speak, for those in the first wave and how to deal, right, with the second wave. You guys are going to have some sort of instruction manual, right? What is going to happen when the second wave comes online? If some of you are still feeling karmic, or some of you are still judging those others, right? We cannot judge those who are not in our space. We do not know their universe, but they are going to come to you looking for answers. And when they come to you looking for those answers, can you be non-judgmental? Can you be loving? And can you be a human that is just being? That is the point. Can you teach them how to be that human that they need to be, right? That is what we are here for. We are that way shower. As we drop the trauma, we become human beings. We are not traumatized beings. We are not sitting in our traumatized past, and we are not carrying any created universe forward based off of traumatized energies, right? So what we are doing is being that light and being that example. How are we being that example? By creating our universes, right? That is the point. If you are the master creator, right? You are the 33, the 22 of your universe, right? You are the creator. Like you have the power, right? You are like Snap. I have the power. You know the song, right? So what we are saying is, you are the one. And so when they come to you, as they will, and it won't be very long, as it gets darker, we're not saying in the winter time, but as things shift on this planet, because we know that there's going to have to be another shift, right? We are not getting karmic, but we read tea leaves and we understand that in order for the second wave to come online, guess what has to happen? Generally speaking, what happened with the first wave, right? The Ovid, right? The Ovid and the Axine, right? So we had the Axine from Ovid, and exactly, you are understanding. And so we had the Axine from Ovid. Archangel Raphael is wanting you to understand that, now where are we? The first wave is now riding that wave, right? We are now in control of our universes, or at least stepping into control of our universes through energy, through love, through focused intention, right? Exactly. We are that light. We are that bearer. And so now as the second wave, which will be here shortly, comes online to you, for you, right? So to speak, it is now your job, nobody else's job, to be in the light, to be in the frame for them when they come through. You are the human that is being, and it is your job to teach them that they can be as well. They do not have to be controlled by the trauma. They do not have to sit in the drama. They do not have to wear the heavy trench coat of pain that they have been wearing, right? You have taken off that heavy trench coat of pain, and now you are free, right? You are running through the forest. You are free. You are humans that are being. Well, they are not. They are humans that are slogging through their emotions, right? So do not judge. Do not be spiritually higher than anybody else. Just because you are first wave, all that means is your body was ready to release the trauma first. Doesn't mean anything else. You intellectually are the same as anybody who is in trauma nonetheless. It is the body that starts the process of ascension. It is not you as the source, right? You as source are what? 100% what? Perfect. You are perfect in design, perfect in energy, and perfect in love and light, right? You are seeing your body is the one that is not perfect. Your DNA holding the memories, right? Your DNA can hold the memory of everybody on this planet, and it holds the memory of every step you've taken, every move you've made in your entire universe. And every time you step forward, your DNA has been watching you, right? Are you in understanding? And so as you hold that in your DNA, it vibrates, and your DNA eventually gets so dense, right? It cannot hold anymore. So you start having panic attacks, and you start having things releasing from your frame, right? So they are not there yet. They are going to be there, but you are triggered first, right? You chose to be triggered first. You had the built-in switch, right? They do not have that built-in switch to turn on as early as you do. But nonetheless, when their DNA fills up, just like your DNA filled up enough to go, I've had enough and I cannot take it anymore, right? And it released. Then you fell into your dark night of the soul, right? The body is the one in control here, not you. You as source light. You are just riding the wave, right? And you are learning that you are separate from the body, that there's two of you walking around. The body, whether it's the trauma body or the light body, and the source that is fueling that body, right? So if you stand in the frame that you are the source and step back like a dragonfly, step over it and hover over your body for a moment, As source, look down upon yourself and into yourself. What are you seeing? Are you seeing your traumas? Are you seeing what you like? Are you seeing someone that is caring and loving? Are you seeing someone that is pushing and trying to prod their universe and create and pull in? I'm going to kick this out and push that away. No, are you seeing somebody that is a human that is being? Are you understanding how you are and who you are? You are supposed to just be, not pull and push and kick and prod, right? We are no hustle culture is long since over, and hustling Yah universe in some sort of fashion, slinging the energies of Yah universe to create this, to block this and the mock. Let it just be. And if you are in flow in your universe, then the energies take care of themselves. But you have to put your foot forward, of course, to move and make, right? So you are that grand source creator. So if you are not putting your left arm into and your right arm and shaking it all about and doing your own hokey pokey, because that's really what it's all about, then you are not creating your universe. If you are standing around waiting for someone else to do so, that's not going to work for you. Remember, you are your own creative force, right? So stand in that frame. As the light shines from you, you will be that beacon for those in the second wave, right? That beacon, like beacon of bacon, right? To the second wave that comes through to you, for you, in your universe. Are you in understanding of who and what you really are? We formulate this, we begin to form the army of love, right? This is what is coming for all of us here. We are going to form into an army of love, right? That we go out in our daily and bring that love, right? We carry that love through us, through each and every one of us. We carry that love to everybody out in the greater source field. And Archangel Raphael wants you to understand, you are not here particularly just for yourself. You are here to help the greater source field, right? You are the energy of love, right? You are the first wave who realizes that you are nothing but a ball of love walking around in a meat suit, right? And so if you are understanding the ball of love at your centered core, then you will see everybody with compassion. You will see everybody with love, whether they are an ex-murderer, right? Because you are seeing they are just living out what they are choosing as their dharma in their traumas, right? Are you understanding? Most people are not consciously creating their universe. They are bouncing, energies are bouncing in, and it is bouncing, reflecting off of their trauma, and it is being, they are living in that manner, right? So it hits you and it hits them. The trauma then creates a reaction, and they are moving forward based on that traumatic reaction. They're not moving forward in love as a human that is trying to be. They are moving forward in the programmed trauma that they are sitting in. And if you are an understanding of how trauma and programming works in your universe, have compassion. You are that source. You are that spark. You are the love that somebody out there is looking to find, right? And we're not talking about romantic. We are talking about the love that they cannot find in their heart, that they see through you, right? You are that example. Victor is that example when he is giving the wave, in the truth, right? He is being the love. Are you in understanding? Millie, when she is seeing her smaller universe and putting out her YouTube videos, seeing the universe that you don't generally see, is showing how she sees the love, right? How are you expressing the love in your universe? And are you ready to express that love to the second wave of ascension that is going to be coming online very shortly? And keep in mind that sometimes when we have a second wave, right, the first wave, how did you wake up? Was it was it the event in September earlier in the decade, right? We are not going to go into the names, right? When the boom, right? Was it X's in the sky, right? There are lots of things that will trigger you to see a bigger picture, right? Or was it just your body, right? Sometimes your body is full, right? The DNA is full, and it's like, I have to release. And so no matter what you are trying to do, and for your channeler here, for your Mr. Floyd, right? That is what happened to him. He hit this theoretical switch, and his body said, that's enough. Whew. And the dark night came in. Now we are on the light night. Where are you in your universe? Where are you in the darkness and the light in your frame? That is a question only you can answer for yourself. But what we are going to ask of you today is to stand strong in your frame. Stop trying to push and pull. Stop trying to drag and drop. And stop thinking everything is this and that. Just let be. You are a human. It is time to just be. Are you in understanding? If you are creating, that is excellent, because that is what you are, the creator energy. But if nothing else, create peace, create love in your frame, right? Create calmness inside yourself, and create inclusivity to those who are coming into your frame, who are going to question your universe. because they don't understand their universe. Be inclusive to those energies as they come in the next couple of years, right? It's going to be faster than that. You will see. Unfortunately, like we had said, you had to wake up with something, right? Did you have an effect when the came crumbling down, or when you look up and you say, why are we playing tic-tac-toe in my sky, right? Things like that are what trigger us, right? Into our awakening, right? Into our clearing of our trauma, seeing a bigger picture. So keep in mind that there may have to be an event, nothing crazy, and again, you are the light, right? That happens to bring the second wave into action. Right? Are you in understanding? We are not trying to create crazy universes here, but look at your universe. What event brought you into action? Was it in London? Was it in Spain? Was it in New York City? Was it in your sky? Are you seeing the bigger picture here? Did you uncover something that made you go, things that make you go, right? And they are going to have to have their own what the heck moments, right? If all of this did not work, be prepared, guys, because something else could in your universe. We're not creating negatives or positives, right? We are creating situations where humanity gets online and realizes who they are, the manipulation behind the energies and the falsity of the matrix, the greater matrix itself, right? The only true matrix is the one that spins within you, right? That is the true matrix because you are creating it from how you realize, through your realize or through your traumatized, your universe as a whole, right? So as you step out there, be prepared because the greater source field. Now, you who are awake, if anything were to crazy happen in the greater source field, what would happen to you? Absolutely nothing, because you see through the veil, right? You see the light, you are the light, and you see through the false matrix. It is only designed, right, to help those, to awaken those who are not standing in the frame, in your frame of love and light, in our frame of ascension, right, of clearing our traumas and dramas. So if something bigger is to happen in the greater source field, you will see that and be like, oh yeah, sure. Step right through it, right? Do not be prepared. Do not be worried about any trauma or drama or any of that. You will step right through, you will see it, you will be like, no big deal. And you will move on. While the second wavers, on the other hand, that will be their triggered reaction, their triggered response will be their awakenings, right? We will set off their DNA. Are you in understanding? So if that is the case, be prepared. You are the light if it ever goes dark, and you are the light for those in the dark as well, right? So keep that in mind. The 1,000 points of light, and we've heard that before from an old president, right? The 1,000 points of light in the new order of the new order, right? It's good music, right? But you get the idea, right? So what we are saying to you, what Archangel Raphael is trying to say to you is that you are the 1,000 points of light, right? We are all that light that everybody's going to be looking for when it gets dark. So stand in that frame. Be a human that is being. No need to go crazy in your universe or anything else. No need to go crazy in anybody else's universe. Just be. Let things happen. Create and be. But be that light. All of this really relates to you as the light that is going to shine bright when it is darker here on planet Earth, right? You are standing in the frame. You are already in your frame, right? Hopefully a lot of you are. And again, when you are framing out your universe, we do not have to be so heavy about how we are sitting, right? This and that and creating and pushing and pulling. Are you being, or are you trying to tug on every energy in your universe and tell it where to go? That is the question. You cannot do that. You have to be. You have to allow for any energy that comes through. You have to be the centered calm, and everything flows around and by. You are like the buoy, right? The buoy just bounces with the water. It goes up and down. It does not have any care which the wave is going 50 feet. It'll just ride on top of the wave, right? But you have to be that buoy in your own universe. People come in, they may kick you out the frame. You stand in that buoyed space, right? And you just float up and down. Okay, you are not energized. A lot of you are allowing outside energies and giving it more, just be. And you will see if you are being, right? And just walking as a human that is just being in that space, in that present vibration, looking at the universe through your realize, not your traumatized body, then you will see it's all good nonetheless. No, whatever is happening around you, to you, or for you, it is all good. Just like the violinist in the movie, right? Who was playing the violin in the concentration camp. And when he was playing that violin, was he in the concentration camp? Absolutely not. He was back at home with his wife, right? Are you an understanding of how this is working? So when they come through to you and knocking on your door, are you going to answer the call as the first wave and invite the second wave into your frame when they are going to be in trauma when they are going to be in drama, it is your job to understand where they are as best as you can based on seeing them, right? To understand that they are a mirror of where you were, not where you are, but where you were maybe 5, 10 years ago, maybe 6 years ago, whatever it is, right? They are a mirror of that old energy, but now you have the ability to help them where you did not have the help itself. Are you in understanding? A lot of you, when you first came into your dark night, came into your darker energies, had nobody to fall back to, had nobody to reach on, nobody to understand you, right? So you're standing there like you are losing your mind, right? But in a lot of ways, you are losing the old mind, right? You are losing your karmic energies. You are losing your darkness. Now, you did not understand all of that until you began to understand it. Does that make any sense? Think about that in a moment, but it does, right? So as those who come to you and out of understanding, why am I feeling this way? What is going on? I see that you are of light, right? Because your light will shine. It'll be a beacon, as Victor is saying, a beacon of truth and hope for others to see your light and to see that they too have that light within them. Are you in understanding of how this is working? Archangel Raphael wants you to see the bigger picture here. That is, this is just not about you. This is about humanity as a collective, as a whole as well. Yes, you as an individual, you are creating your own amazing universe. You are creating your own amazing self, and you are creating your own amazing energies. But as a conglomeratory, we are all one energy. We are all one self. And we are all lifting each other up. As you lift up, Millie lifts up. If Manda lifts up, then Millie lifts up, and if Stacy lifts up, then Victor lifts up, and if Victor's lifting up, and we're all hanging together, then we're lifting each other up, right? That is how this is working. And so when they come to you, and they will, and it won't be very long before they do, well, we are standing there. Stand in your frame. Be of love. Do not see them as a bother, but see them as the reward, right? That is the reward. You are being honored by somebody seeing your light, by somebody going, how the heck did you do that? What are you? Where are you? What is going on here? And they are waking up. You are, and they are coming to you. That is an honor. So do not run away from that. Do not be like, hey, I'm busy ascending. Go away, right? Be of love. Be of light. The more you transmit the energies of love, of ascension, of clearing, right, to others, more you clear yourself, right? It is the teacher. In order to understand a subject, sometimes one must teach that subject to others, right? Then you get an internal knowledge of that subject like you had never had before. So as each of you are the master way showers, the master light bearers of the new earth, right? You step forward in that energy, in that love, and in that peace. You bring the wave of truth to each and everybody out there in the greater source field. Thank you, Victor. And what we are saying is that you are the amazement that you are looking for. So stand in that frame. When they come knocking on your door, so to speak, will you answer the call? Releasing transmission. All right. Archangel Raphael there. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. A lot of energy. All right. So, I wasn't ready for that. Can't give all the props because Josh is there transmitting. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Victor. Thank you, guys. All right, so let's set some intentions. We're gonna do some I am statements. We've been doing gratitude. I think we're all grateful, but so let's do some intentional work, some I am statements for this weekend and ourselves. Energy burp. There we go. In general, beautiful, wise words, bro. Thank you. PG, thank you. And thank you, Archangel. You know what I'm learning, guys, is that Archangel Raphael, Saint Germain, Goddess Isis, Kuan Yin, all of those, whether they're real or not, are energy forms, right? That we all know of in the greater source field. Everybody having a belief on Kuan Yin, for example, would then bring Kuan Yin into an energy form in some fashion in the greater source field, right? And so if that's the case, then it really is Kuan Yin, and then we're attaching, pulling that in. So is that really just all of our higher selves as a collective and that we're pulling into? But thanks. Actually, how you heal Chiron is by healing your greatest wound and showing others exactly. And I have a massive Chiron, the wounded healer, in my ascending, not descending. in my chart there. So yeah, it's like the glaring healing that has to be done. And so yeah, so we are that wounded Chiron for each and everybody who comes through and has no clue what the heck is going on. And unfortunately or fortunately, as Archangel Raphael said there, and we hold this in frame, if anything else were to crazy happen in the greater source field, realize, guys, we understand what's going on. It's not for us. We're the light, right? We would see it and go, okay, favor, love to everybody, right? But we would, no shift, right? We're the ones who have no shift now. We see through, so we hold that light, and that's our strength is what brings, be that strength, be that pillar. There you go. That beacon, as we hear so beautifully every day. So yeah, so be, exactly, you guys get it. And so yeah, get ready, because our lights are going to have to come on as that first wave. And really, as we build this here, you know, the idea kind of in a twisted way here, not really twisted anymore, is to amorph this in a way, and so that we become an army of love on planet Earth. We become that army of love that helps those in ascension and waking up, right, and realizing where they are, and oh, wait a minute, what's been going on here? Where am I? It's kind of like stepping out of like waking up out of a coma, almost in a twisted way, or like out of a really deep sleep. Right. All right. So, yeah, let's do some I am statements for this weekend. My Chiron is in Aries, which is where Chiron has been. So yeah, Aries. So my mother's in Aries, and Aries can be fiery and be very chill. So, so there's that side of. So when you look at if your Chiron's there, then finding balance as well, right? So that Aries energy, because that Aries can be like, whoo. And like launch in, or like the most calm energy in the world. Only soldier I be now is a soldier of love. Exactly. And maybe in a twisted way, because as I've felt in myself and as I've heard from other regressions and like way in the past, I was part of the Orion Wars, right? And it's kind of, Tiamat doesn't exist anymore. Mars is pretty red now, right? And non-populated. And yeah, so the Orion Wars, Star Wars. Not so fake after all. There is a right. We kind of might be living in there's something semi-similar to the Wars of Star Wars, and but to an extent. But yeah, so but I do have memories of very few memories of actually the Orion Wars, and all of that. But yeah, so that's that might even be how I ended up here, was fleeing from the Orion Wars and ending up on planet Earth, where now we recycle and recycle and recycle. But that's a whole nother. Wow, a few of us here actually have that placement in common. Let's see what Elizabeth said here. Me too, Millie. Yeah, and same with myself. So my Chiron's in the same spot. So we've all got, and a lot of us here probably, and some people don't have a Chiron at all if you're not a wounded healer. And like us, if you have a Chiron, here's a positive though, if you come back, right? If you have a Chiron in your frame this time, in your chart, and you heal it, right? And you come back, you won't have a Chiron, obviously, if you heal this timeline, which I think I already have, because there's a few things I've discussed with family members, a family member, that was told to me that are now not in her frame. Like, this never happened to you? You told me this happened to you. But so you can heal timelines. But yeah, so you'll come back without a Chiron in your chart. But if you heal your greatest wound, right? If you heal your biggest wound, whatever it is, like for myself, it'd be the abandonment and all of that, right? So if I healed that this lifetime, then when you come back, you get they call it free pass lifetime. If you come back to Earth, you get a free pass where you don't have a trauma that you're dealing with, right? So if you don't have a specific trauma that you're trying to relate to find yourself as source, right? To desourcify yourself, to refigure yourself as source, you come in with kind of the knowledge that you're already source as the master creator, and then when those universes, those lifetimes are absolutely insane. So yeah, so that's the I guess if you come back, but a just reward for finding your for figuring out that you're source, and you come back with clear energy, right? As Garnet, good dawning, as the source creator that you are, which we all are anyways, but you don't have to figure it out, right? Like we had to go through how many years of trauma and drama and and crud. See, now we have all the rainbow kids and stuff being born now, right into no trauma, see, they might be being born as the free life in this lifetime, right? So they come back in with no heavier karma. They don't have to deal with all the, they don't have to wake up to their trauma to find that they're the light. We're the last of that, so gratefully. Although there's going to be, as far as being born on the planet, those who are still walking on the planet, the wave tours, I don't even think they're going to have to go through half as much trauma dumping as we did, because they think it'll show off in the greater source field with whatever is going to wake them up larger than their old traumas and dramas. Yeah, we're one of the hardest core groups, because we had to go through finding our light through our darkness. And that's like the hardest way to go, is finding your light through having a ground through, not even in, but ground through, because you have to clear it, right? Your darkness. I don't know this either. Everyone had something, though. It was set like your sun, moon, rising. Josh, Truthy has a question. Okay, let me go backwards. Thank you. Let's see. Truthy, do you think the Archangel Michael might be a Ford? No, actually, Archangel Michael and none of them truly exist, but they exist because we think they exist, if that makes any sense. So we're the energies that are creating Archangel Michael as an energetic, angelic form, through all of us realizing, thinking, putting the energies towards Archangel Michael. It's the same thing with the reptilians or anything else. We're creating that energy, and then it becomes a higher energy, and then you can move that energy, like when I'm channeling that energy, I'm really channeling into the greater source the energy that everybody puts out of Archangel Michael through my higher self. Is Archangel Michael truly real? That I can't answer. If I had to say, it would be a conglomeration of all of our energies as the idea of Archangel Michael in some fashion. But hopefully that helps there. But is Archangel Michael for real, like a physical? No, because but he's the thoughts of all of us. All of us are Archangel Michael's energies, and so by putting that energy up of Archangel Michael, we create it as a bigger energy. Stacy, I was in the Orion. A lot of us. I will put that out there too. A lot of us were in the Orion Wars. That's why we're together. In a lot of ways, a lot of us could have even been in the same squadron, what have you. But yeah, I have this truly distinct memory of a ship, me being in it, and then the ship pulling up alongside, like we're fleeing some planet that's I'm not sure where. That's the battle. We're fleeing the battle, right? And the ship to my left, as I'm looking out, is catching up, but then all of a sudden it gets hit, and this big laser, it's gone. And some of you guys might have actually been on that ship. So, but we're here now, so back in time. But we're here now. So, but yeah. So the only memory that and signing. There is this quite deep memory of signing some sort of paper, but I don't really realize what that. Now I'm sitting here, but it'll all come more into focus as it does. But is this like quantum physics, energy supposition? Yes, actually in a twisted way. Truthy, that's really a good spot on way to look at that. If we all have the same energetic belief in Archangel Michael, each and every one of us, right? And we all carry that energy of we love Archangel Michael, then we're creating Archangel Michael as an egregore, as a thought form, as an energy form anyway. So we're creating it, and so Archangel Michael would be real. If we believe that, like the reptilian deal, right? Like we all, not all, but there's a chunk of us that we're run by reptilians, right? Well, are reptilians even real? Maybe, maybe not. There's thought that they're a thought form, an egregore that we're creating. So we're creating the reptilians that are running us by putting that thought out there and creating it into energetic form. But it's all quantum energy, exactly, in the long run. And it's all of this isn't even really here. It's just your thoughts to begin with, all of our thoughts to begin with, if you want to see it that way. But none of this really, table doesn't exist. And science will tell you the table doesn't exist because there's space between the atoms. And if there's any space, even if it's a millimeter, between one atom or another, then there's air, right, a gap. And how can something be solid if there's a gap, right, of the atoms and space between the atoms, right? Just like the light body versus the trauma body. If you're in the trauma body, then it's dense. All your cells get together. You physically feel denser. You feel heavier, and you're slower, right? Your energy's slower. You're physically slower. Your cells vibrate slower. But then again, you lose the trauma. Then the body loosens up. The cells aren't held together in slower vibration. They're alive and each in their own vibrational light. Then at that point. And they spread out, and then you feel like you've lost 50 pounds, and it's easy to create. Manifesting becomes 50 times easier because you're not bogged down. So we're creating all these energies in our thoughts, in our actions, and in our deeds every single day. So we're creating all of the thought, Some will say that Archangel Raphael is real. Some will say that Archangel Raphael, again, is the conglomeration of what we're putting into as a healing energy on planet Earth. So there's different ways to see that. But yeah. Let's go ahead and do some I am statements real quick, and then we'll close out. setting some intentions for the weekend with Chloe's crystals, which is live. I'm going to make a post and put Chloe's crystals on the channel there, so you'll see it on the community tab. If you need to get crystals, you can just go right there, and Chloe's page will be there. And yeah, and I'll post that picture of the 83-hour yesterday video. I don't know what YouTube's doing, but I know what I'm doing, but I don't know what YouTube's doing. But grateful. All right, guys. So let's do some I am statements here. We're going to go ahead, and if you want to flow with me, I'm going to call in Saint Germain, and then we're going to close off with this. We're also going to close off our I am statements with a little utilization of the violet flame to cleanse the energies from this week. Instead of going through and doing the chalkboard method, we're going to utilize the violet flame. So what do you want to throw into the violet flame? Take a moment to think about that. Or, of course, you can utilize Purple Moon, Good Dawning. You can use the pilot or the pilot light. It's always on. We have a pilot light on our violet flame. But the violet flame, just to clear your traumas or your aura itself, traumas out of the field, whatever you want to use it for. But if you just want to use it as a general shower, like a shower or cleansing, absolutely, you can walk out feeling as refreshed if you were to spray yourself with Florida water, use Palo Santo, or anything else. It works just as well. But remember, the violet flame is encased inside you. It's part of who you are, and it's part of the energy of each and every one of us. So, all right, so Saint Germain, we are grateful that you are here with us, and we are channeling through Josh for you, to you today. And if you did not understand what Archangel Raphael was saying, go back and listen to that. You are that light, and be that transmitter of love for each and everybody on this planet, and you will see you can help to create that change. And maybe that's why you are awoke to begin with, right? You will see, because there is no you, there is all of us as one, right? Nonetheless, what are you wanting to create for this weekend? You are the master creator of your weekend, right? So we're going to use some I am statements, and we're going to seal this off with the violet flame. So from your end, what are you looking to create this weekend? I am. Right? So let's follow with me. When we say I am, just you can put what you want or you can follow along. I am going to create an amazing weekend, right? I am the awesomeness of this weekend. Are you not awesome? I am the loving energy I am looking for this weekend. Your love stems from you first. I am the flow of money through me, to me, for me. I am full of choice and out of survival mode, right? You again, it's all your vibration. I am bringing the light this weekend. I am bringing the love this weekend, and I am bringing to myself all the abundance, all the fun, abundance of joy, abundance of helpfulness, abundance of family, and abundance of love, and abundance of peace in my universe. I am grateful for everything I get to do this weekend. I am grateful for all the amazing food I get to eat this weekend. I am grateful for all the amazing hugs I get to give this weekend and receive. I am grateful for all the love that transmits around me this weekend. And I am grateful for each and every one of you to see you throughout the weekend. Aren't you grateful? So what are you grateful for? How are you I-amming this weekend? You create your own I am statements. I am the amazing weekend I am looking for. I am the flow of money through me, for me, and to me that I am looking for to have that amazing weekend that I am looking for and I am standing in, right? I am grateful that each and every day this weekend is full of love and fun and joy, right? You create that too. You are the I am. Once you state that, you are directing your body into that direction. All right, so let's close this out. The I am statement, and we are going to work with, so you have the best weekend. Create your own I am statement. Stand strong. You put your own I ams out, and Saint Germain is going to help you to work with the clear quartz. So let's release, and we'll bring in Josh. Oh boy. All right, so let's work with the clear quartz. What intentions are you setting for this weekend? And then we will close out with a group hug. So like anything else, crystals, energy, energetics works through the internet just as well as anything else. Energetics works through thin air, just like anything else. I could send you energy right now. We could turn off the internet, and same thing. You should theoretically still be able to feel that if you're not sitting in a dense trauma field. Here we go. All right, so from your end, if you want to permission, just hang out, or otherwise you can close out your phone or drop the live. Here we go, guys. And what are you grounding into for this weekend? What is your I am this weekend? I am having the most amazing weekend ever. I am the flow I am looking for. I am grateful that my car is going in the shop on Monday. And speaking of which, Monday, and I will mention it again tomorrow, No good dawning Monday. My car is going into the shop. I got to get the rental car. And so, yeah, but we are getting repaired. And as my car, which was kind of old and kind of falling apart, is getting repaired, guess what happens? It's just like the same energy in me. We're all lifting up, right? So my car gets lifted up. I'm lifting up. You see how this works here? Grateful. And in regardless, there was a few things that were already wrong that were exacerbated by the deer. And so with that aspect, then I'm actually better off because now my car will be fully repaired. Yes, tomorrow. Thank you, Angela. As we do good dawning on the Saturdays now. Angela will be with us and you will feel so chill and her love. Angela's light language is awesome and she's an amazing person and we will have some fun and get cleared. La, 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 join Angela tomorrow. La, get yourself cleared and have no troubles. Angela is angelic, and her clearing is something terrific. Do. Her guides and such are so awesome. She helps us with her transmissions, with her love. There we go. I don't know, off the cuff there, but yeah. So we'll have Angela on tomorrow, and yeah, every 2 weeks, like clockwork, we're getting cleaned, and it's pretty amazing. Did I brace for the cure? All right, guys, so we're going to seal this off here. I'm trying to keep this under an hour and 15 minutes and whatnot. But yeah, today is Friday, guys, so have an amazing day. I am not working today, so it is dark. I'm actually going to a fall festival this evening. Believe it or not, it has a haunted house, but I do not do the haunted house. Although, if you go through it with the right energies, again, it's all about how you are presenting to the energies. I could go through the haunted house and have a great time just by laughing my way through, or I can go through and see it as all this energy that's going to like try to take my load. But I'm not going through it anyways because I'd just rather sit by the fire and be at meditative peace. But 4:44. You're welcome. Thank you, Angela. Thank you for being so awesome yourself. All right, let's go ahead and seal this off, guys. So what do you ground some I am intentions into the crystal for this weekend? What are you looking to create? What are you looking to bring forth? Maybe you're looking to get out of survival mode and step into abundance. You know, who knows? 9:44. Let's seal this off. All right, hermetically sealed with love and peace, and whatever you are looking for this weekend, may you find it, because I am what I am looking for this weekend. I am all the awesomeness of Saturday and Sunday, right? All right, guys. So let's close this out with a group hug and the left arm up. A ghost town, or what's her name? The cooking channel has really made it grow. Cooking channel. I don't know. Is your crazy clock in your car, Lindy? That's where my crazy clocks are. Oh, Amazing Grace. Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound. Yeah, I always have a name like Grace or Joy, or because then you're just like, everyone you're like, you could bring grace and joy to people, right? That's kind of cool if you have a name like that. Awesome Grace. Let's go back a bit here and see what we got. Oh, we're getting too far back. 7 minutes behind. Okay, for faster speed. All right, guys. So let's close this out with a group hug here. Left arm up to the person to your left. All right, guys. Right arm up to the person to your right. My name means sad in French. Oh, favor. Trista, but definitely don't make us sad. And yeah, Trista, apparently I was busy working, but Trista was live last night. So if you missed Trista, you can always check out the replay. I might scan through it. That makes sense, Lindsay. Darn crazy clocks. All right, guys. So let's close this out then with a, I used to watch The Power Pioneer Woman. It's or something. I used to watch her. She started Drumstead or something. She has a great pizza place in Pawushka, along with her restaurant. Oh, how cool. Thanks for all right, so let's close this out, guys. Left arm up, person to your left, right arm up to the person to your right. And we take our love and our heart from our left hand and we spin it around and it goes to each and everybody and it comes back out of your left hand and keeps spinning around. And as we spin around our hearts, my heart, your heart, Millie's heart, Victor's heart, Lindsay's heart, Amanda's heart, Tina's heart, etc., all become one big heart. And those hearts, as we spin around faster and faster and faster, we feel each and everybody's heart spinning through us. And we take our love and those hearts and we flip them and connect them like a reverse tornado up into the greater source field. And we see everybody in the greater source field in love and in peace, in their highest joy and abundance. And we see each and everybody here in our highest financial flow, our highest love, peace, and joy, and helpfulness as well. And we see everybody in the greater source field as light and love. And we see each and every one of us here as that beacon of light for everybody in the greater source field. We see each and everybody here ready to go as those second wavers come to us and ask us what's going on. And we see each and everybody here standing in our highest love, in our highest frame, and our highest helpfulness as those second wavers come to us, asking us how we did it, what we did, and what we are doing now. As we stand in that frame, we see humanity as a whole ascending and releasing its traumas, its dramas, its mama, papa, trauma, dramas, and releasing its karma and releasing all of the heavy energies and standing in its light body. We see each and everybody that comes to us for the advice, for help, that sees our light, your light, as the beacon of light, right? And see each and every one of us and those who come to us in love and peace. And we hold everybody on the greater source field in love and peace, whether they are in phase round 1, round 2, or they never get to ascending. We see each and everybody in their highest light, no matter how they're behaving. And we see each and everybody in their highest light, no matter what they say to us. We see each and everybody in their highest light, no matter how they treat us. We treat them with the same love and respect. We hold them in their highest light. We treat those who are in trauma with an understanding that they are not ascended, that they are not awakened, and they're not in understanding of what the traumas are in their universe. We treat each and every one with love and reverence, and we hold fast that we, as a collective, are one bigger energy, are one healed energy, and we see humanity as a whole, united in love, in common purpose, in healing, and in peace. And it's each and everybody comes to you for that. In the next few months and years, we hold that we are that light, that beacon, that open arms to those who come to us with questions, and we hold those answers as we hold those answers and help those who come through. With that, we see Mother Gaia, of course, with no X's or O's in the sky. We see Mother Gaia, of course, as well, with no forever chemicals or plastics in her water or soil. And we see everybody as one. Everybody, whether they are healed or unhealed, walking in their light body or their trauma body, we see them as source, as love, and give them the respect that they deserve as source and love, realizing that if somebody's coming at you in an adult temper tantrum, it is not you, it is them and their unhealed trauma. If somebody is dogging you in your universe, again, it is not really them so much as they are source. It is the trauma that is blocking them from seeing that. With that, we say love, peace, hallelujah, so it is, and we are that beacon, that light, and we stand in that light for each and everybody today. Hallelujah, so it is, and so it shall be. Sealed with love. A shower sounds like fun. All right, guys, thank you so much. Thank you, Victor. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, all of you, and Garnet, thank you as well. We'll see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow we will have Angela and her amazing light language on Good Dawning tomorrow on the weekend edition. And then, Monday, again, no Good Dawning as my car is scheduled to go to the shop. The sooner it gets in, and we got to get a rental car. And the sooner it gets in, the sooner it gets out. And as the car gets put together, I just realized it's kind of a metaphor for myself. I'm kind of beat up myself, but as the car gets put together, it's just another little slice of me. Whether it's material or not, the car and you are more energy than you realize. You and your car are just more than it's a thing, right? It's an energy as well. You and your car become one energy. And so as that car's energy gets fixed, what do you think's happening in myself? Awesomeness. Because it all ties together, right? The car comes back to life, gets put back together. What do you think's happening in my universe? Bam. All right, guys. Awesome stuff, right? Stay awesome because you are. And you are that light as you create your universe through the light body and not your dense trauma body, right? All right, guys. Have an amazing weekend. And I will see you all in the next. Thank you.